Poker is a game of strategy, discipline, patience, and apparently everything I don't have. What's up, everybody? My name is Tech. I'm a husband and a father of 3, cats who refuse to pay rent. So listen, one day after work I realized I don't want to wonder what if anymore. What if I chased a dream? What if I gave poker a real shot? What if I actually learned how to fold?
He's all in.
Look, I'm not coming into this like a trust fund kid with a $50,000 bankroll. My bankroll is
I'm broke.
In the end of the day, this is Texas poker, so you're going to see it all. The suck outs, the bad beats, the moments my wife looks at me like, what? You're really calling here? My goal, run up a bankroll big enough to play against the best in the world. So if you're into poker or watching a grown man get emotionally destroyed by a game of cards, you are in the right place. From now until the 2026 WSOP, everything I make playing cash games goes into my WSOP bankroll. If today I make $2,000, I have $2,000 in my bankroll. If I come back the next day and lose 2K, my bankroll is back down to 0. So buckle up, the bankroll challenge officially begins right now at the Texas Card House in Spring. We buy in for $1,000 and take a seat at a new table they just opened. In this hand, I'm in the cutoff with Queen of Clubs, 10 of Hearts, under the gun limps, under the gun +1 limps. I make it $20, the button calls, and the 2 limpers call. It is $80 in the pot, 4 ways to the flop of King of Hearts, 9 of Clubs, 2 of Diamonds, Rainbow. It's not a bad flop for us, is it? It checks to me, and this board hits my range since I raise and everyone just called. I'm more likely to have a king in this spot. However, I want to make sure I deny equity if someone was holding something like Queen 9 suited or Ace 9. So I decide to c-bet large and make it $75. The button folds pretty quickly. Under the gun thinks about it for a while, then folds. So does under the gun +1, and we win this $80 pot right off the bat. We feel good dragging in a pot right away. Let's go. We are playing a double board bomb pot. This happens every dealer change. The way it works, everybody that wants to play puts $10 in the pot, and you get 4 cards, and 2 flops are dealt right away. You must use 2 cards from your hand on each board to make the best possible hand. This game gets crazy in Texas. We are dealt Jack 10 of spades, 3 of clubs, 3 of hearts. The top board comes 9 of diamonds, King of Hearts, Queen of Diamonds. The bottom, 4 of clubs, 5 of hearts, 7 of spades, rainbow. We top a flopped straight on the top board and nothing in the bottom board. But remember, we have to use 2 cards from our hand. So we do not have an open-ended straight draw at the bottom. We literally just have pocket 3s at the bottom. So we really are just playing for 1 board. Under the gun raises to $15 into $70. Under the gun +1 calls, middle position calls, and I'm in the low jack. I call. I'm really only playing 1 board, and there's so many cards that will kill the action. I don't want to raise and put myself in a bad position. The big blind makes it $145. The initial raiser, under the gun +1 calls. The middle position player folds, and I make the call. There's less people in the hand, and I still have the nuts on the top board until the King of Diamonds hit on the turn. Worst possible card for the top. Bottom was a 5 of diamonds. My hand downgraded faster than the Cowboys in the playoffs. The flush gets there, and there are way too many boat opportunities. King 9, pocket queens, king queen. We're not even in good shape on the only board we were playing. So when the big blind announces a bet of $500 and under the gun +1 goes all in, we are out and we lose a pretty good chunk. But it's okay. We are not going to let this hand define us or define the rest of our night. I'm on the big blind with $805 in front of me and look down at Ace 9 of clubs. Under the gun makes it $15, and the middle position 3 bets to $30. Min clicks it. Small blind calls, and I 4-bet to $75. Don't do this at home. If you're gonna 4-bet, have it. Under the gun folds, middle position calls, and the small blind goes all in for his $145 remaining. I call, middle position calls. Pot is $435. 3 ways to a flop. 2 players still have action. And it comes out 7 of clubs, 8 of clubs, 4 of spades, We have the nut flush draw, some backdoor opportunities. I check, he checks. The turn is a 9, so we now have top pair on a very connected board. I check, he checks. Looking back, I should have put some money in here when the flop came out. The river is a 10. I decide on a bet of $200. And middle position folds. I scoop the pot with a pair of 9s, beating the small blinds pocket 8s. Let's go. With a $1,000 stack, I'm under the gun +1 and look down at ace 9 of spades. We make it $25. Middle position calls, big blind calls, and under the gun calls. The pot is $100, 4 ways to a flop of ace of hearts, 7 of clubs, ace of clubs. Let's go. It checks to me and I bet $25. Quarter pot, don't want to see a club come out, but not too shabby. Middle position folds, big blind calls, and under the gun folds. We go to a turn of 10 of spades. He checks to me and I want to bloat this pot without him getting scared and folding on marginal hands, so I choose on a size just above 1/3 and make it $65, and the big blind calls. The pot is now $280 to the river of 4 of clubs. Now, not a good card for us. The flush gets there, but he leads out to us. Why? I've been firing this entire time. If I make the flush, I would check back and let the person just bluff their stack off. So to me, his line is not making any sense at all. I call and I'm right. I win a $580 pot. Let's go. This is another double board bomb pot, and we are sitting with $1,400 when we look down at 8, 2 of clubs, queen of hearts, jack of diamonds from middle position. First board, ace of clubs, 6 of clubs, 6 of diamonds. Second board, ace of spades, 10 of diamonds, 9 of hearts. There is $90 in the pot, and we flopped a bad flush draw. Probably won't win that board. And we flopped a straight draw. We have a pretty draw heavy hand, worthy of continuing. Way too many outs to give up here. So when the big blind races to 15 and under the gun +1 calls, I call as well to hopefully draw cards that might help us as cheap as possible. Pot is now $150, and the turn, 7 of hearts on the top, king of spades at the bottom. We hit the nuts on the bottom board. We just need to hold, but we already know how double board bomb pots work here in Texas. We never hold. Let's see if we hold this time. The big blind is first to act and makes it $90. Under the gun +1 folds, and I call with the nuts on the bottom board, and the button folds. There is now $330 in the pot, and we go to a river of 9 of clubs for the top and 10 of clubs for the bottom. Now, we made a flush on the top, but I'm not too confident I won that one since it's a paired board and my flush is small and the most obvious flush draw got there. I, for some reason, at the time felt more confident on the bottom board. So when he made a bet of $300 into $330, I don't want to raise to put myself in a position where at best we are chopping. So I call and find out our read of the situation was wrong. Our flush was good. What was not good was our straight. The 10 gave him quads, a 1-outer, 1 card, split a $930 pot in half. In this hand, we are under the gun with $1,450 in our stack. The button straddle is on, and the small blind calls the straddle when we look down at pocket queens, the ladies. Let's go. So we bump it up to $25. Button calls. So does the small blind. We go to a flop of 6 of clubs, 7 of hearts, 2 of diamonds, rainbow. Small blind checks to me, and with such a dry board, I want to bet small to try and keep speculative hands in. So I choose a bet of $30. I should have made it a lot smaller. However, it works out for us. Both the button and the small blind calls. Now the pot is $165. We go to a turn of 6 of spades. Not the best card for us as it pairs the board. And a 6 is on both of my opponent's ranges. So with all of that, Not on my mind, I decide to bet $125. The button quickly folds, the small blind calls. I'm convinced at this point that he has the 6. With the pot at $415, we go to a river of 2 of clubs, a complete blank. He goes all in for $79. There is over $400 in the pot and $80 to potentially win a pot of $574. I call. And I win. The pot is $574. Let us go. In this hand, I'm in the middle position with ace of clubs, jack of diamonds. The small blind straddle is on to $6. It folds to me and I raise to $15. With the straddle on, I should have made it 20, but the cutoff calls and so does the under the gun player. We go 3 ways to a flop of jack of hearts, 6 of spades, queen of hearts. This is a draw heavy board with suited royal connectors and we do not hold a heart on our hand. So when it checks to me, I check back and the cutoff makes it $25. Under the gun calls and I do have the ace. So that's a good straight blocker and it removes some draws out of our opponent's hands. With this in mind and with under the gun player calling, we get pretty good odds. So we put the call and go to a turn of 7 of hearts. There's $120 in the pot. Now, the front door flush makes it, and I'm pretty done with the hand at this point, so I check, and the cutoff checks. We go to a river of queen of diamonds. If I was done with this hand before, I'm really done with this hand now. But a bet of $10 was just disrespectful. If he was trying to buy this pot, he should have made it at least $75. So that for sure tells me he does not have a queen, and the cutoff wouldn't have checked the turn if he had a queen or a flush. So for that reason, I decided to just call. If I raise, I only get called by better. The cutoff also calls, and we win with jacks. We're good for a $150 pot. We start this hand with $1,900 and we are in a double board bomb pot. Now, I started recording late. I'm new at this, okay? Give me a break, all right? Here's the backstory of the hand. It's already $90 in the pot pre-flop. I'm dealt 6 of clubs, 7 of hearts, 8 of hearts, 10 of diamonds. The flops are, for the top, 6 of spades, 6 of diamonds, king of spades. For the bottom, 9 of clubs, jack of spades, queen of spades. I'm in the big blind and I make it $25. Under the gun makes it $75. Folds around to the button who goes all in for $145. Now, we have trips on top and a straight on the bottom. Is there a lot of cards that can kill my hand? Yes, the entire deck can kill my hand. But I make the call. So does under the gun player. Pot is $525. Turn of 3 of spades on the top and 4 of clubs on the bottom. I only have trips on the top and the board on the bottom now has 2 flush draws. Almost any card on the deck can hurt me at this point. So I want to get him off of whatever hand he has. So I bet and he snaps his remaining $450. Let's hope we are good here. At least on one board. The side pot is huge. It's $900. The main pot is $525. In total, $1,425 if I for some miracle can scoop this. The river, jack of clubs for the top, deuce of spades for the bottom. Now, we lose to a flush on the bottom and we don't improve on top. I'm more concerned for the huge side pot at this moment, and now the button announces flush, flush, no! He took the $525, but the big pot, the $900 pot, I really need to win the entire side pot now. I cannot chop this. If I do, I lose money in the hand. And he mucks his cards. We win a $900 pot. Our stack is up now to $2,200. Let's go! We are sitting with $2,200 and look down at ace of hearts, 10 of spades. In the cutoff, it folds to me and I make it $20. Button calls, small blind calls, and big blind calls. 4 ways to a flop. Pot is $80. Flop comes 2 of diamonds, 2 of clubs, 6 of diamonds. It checks to me, and even though I have absolutely nothing, I want to take this pot down. Yeah, that's winner's tilt instead of checking it through. But here we are. So I make it $35. Button folds, so does the small blind. Big blind makes the call. He is a super tight player, and I know this board did not hit his range. So I can rep ace deuce or pocket sixes or an overpair and maybe get him to fold if I double or triple barrel. So let's load up the bullets. The pot is $150. The turn, 4 of clubs. Does add another flush draw, but aside from that, it's not too of an eventful card. I highly doubt that this player is holding 3-5, so I want to keep up the aggression and make him fold. When he checks to me, I place a bet of $80. He thinks for a bit, but he makes the call. At this point, I put him on an overpair, and I feel like he is capable of making a good fold if he had an overpair, so it's time for a triple barrel bluff. Pot is $310. When the Jack of Hearts comes out, I wanted to choose a size to make it seem like I was extracting max value. So when he checks to me, I bet $200. And he calls. He got there on the river. He had Queen Jack of diamonds for the diamond flush draw, and the Jack ended up hitting. Not good. Not good at all. This hand will make a lot of people mad. It made me mad. And it just goes to show you how bad of a player I am in some situations. In this hand, I look down at pocket tens. The button straddle is on, so it's on me, and I make it $20. The entire table and their mamas and their dogs and their cats call, except the button. He makes it $45. Alarm bells should be going off, but they're off right now. I forgot to change the batteries on them. I call. Under the gun calls. Under the gun +1 calls. The low jack calls. The high jack calls. The cutoff 4-bet jams to $80. Not much more, but you know, there's still a lot of hands in this pot. And the button? Well, the button 5-bet squeezes to $300.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm. Wait. Everybody calm down.
Loud alarms should be going off. It's a 5-bet in low stakes. Always aces. Just fold. Nah. Raising all in should make people fold and, you know, hopefully take it down. Nah. I called. Worst place to do here? That's what I did. There's still people behind me, and I don't know what they're going to do, so of course I call. So does under the gun. My alarm system wants to wake up. Oh no, what did I get myself into? There's about $1,200 to $1,500 in this pot, and I have to be miles behind. So when the dealer finished fixing the side pots, I was praying, I was hoping for a 10 on the flop. Guys, please help me out here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Help the 10 come out. Please help a brother out here. All right, y'all hit the like button. Y'all subscribe. Y'all hit that little notification button, the little bell, you know, just bing. Okay, cool. The flop, Jack 7-5 rainbow. Look, I missed. I didn't think too much after that. I just missed, and anyone can have pocket jacks or ace jack. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. All I know is that a 10 wasn't there, and it wasn't a bunch of low cards. There had to be an overcard there. But I didn't break down the action. I didn't break down what was going on the table. I should have, especially with that much money. So when it was on me, I checked. Under the gun check, and the button makes it $500. I fold, and under the gun folds. Board runs out. I didn't even see what it was. I was tilted. I was mad. I was angry at myself for even putting myself in the situation. But when I asked him if he could beat pocket tens, he said no. If we would have gone all in, he would have folded and we would have taken down a big pot. If he would have called, we would have won. He had pocket nines. My pocket tens would have beat him. I should have folded pre-flop or got the courage to check, raise, jam, or even open jam on the flop. But I made the absolute worst decision on all of my actions, and our stack goes down to $1,200. That's $1,000 downswing from our peak, and we are on monkey tilt. Fuming. Now that we have our newly gained tilt acquired, you know, we unlocked that trophy. We are the big blind with pocket jacks. The button straddle is on, small blind folds, and we make it $25. I like this size a lot better, and this is what we should have been doing this entire time. Under the gun makes it $75. It folds to the button who goes all in for $40. It's on me, and I feel like the under the gun player is going to target me because you can tell I am on a tilt, and he sweated my hand prior with the pocket tens and told me right away that I messed that hand up so bad. So I'm going to play into my tilt and hopefully stack him if we get the flop we need. So I make it $200 and he snaps. Okay, hopefully we don't get coolered here, and I am prepared to fold now if the situation arises. Now the pot is $440. We go to a flop of 10 of diamonds, 9 of clubs, 7 of clubs. Pocket jacks is a really good hand here. We have some straight removals, we have overpair, and we have backdoor possibilities. Now I need to figure out what amount seems like I'm betting due to tilt. I'm really playing into this tilt. This hand happened not too long after that pocket tens hand. I bet $300 and he tanks for a while. This is the longest tank we've had. Usually a tank here is about a minute, 2 minutes max. He took his time. But he folds his hand. I get the bigger side pot right away. Now the turn is the 3 of hearts. We decide to do 2 rivers. The top river is the 2 of spades. The bottom is the queen of diamonds. We say we have pocket jacks and we scoop the rest of the pot. We needed a little win. We gonna take this one. We are sitting with $1,500 and look down at ace king offsuit, ace of spades, king of hearts, and the low jack, and I make it $20. We get 3 callers and go 4 ways to a flop. Ace of hearts, king of spades, 9 of spades, 2 tone, and our hand is really good in this situation. We have backdoor spades and we cover some flush draws with the king of hearts, so we love our top 2. Checks to me and I make it $30. The cutoff folds, but under the gun and under the gun +1 make the call, and with $170 in the pot, we go to a turn of the 8 of hearts. This adds another flush draw, adds extra outs for straight possibilities in the future. However, it checks to me, and there are a lot of river cards I don't want to see. I'm not letting them get there for free, so I bet $130. The under the gun player folds. Under the gun +1 thinks about it for a minute, but he ends up making the call, and we go to a river of 3 of clubs. Sweet. This is a safe card, and we should be winning this pot most of the times. That is when he lead jams on us for $150. This line makes no sense. I have been aggressive this entire time. If he had it, he could have checked and let me just blast off so he can make the remaining 150 he had. So him leading into us makes absolutely no sense. We snap and, well, we win. He had 9-8 offsuit for a turned 2 pair, and we win a $730 pot to end the night. Your boy walked out plus $900, and you already know where the $900 is going. Straight into the 2026 WSOP bankroll. Every dollar I make from cash games will be going there. Anything I lose from cash games will be subtracted. This is going to be a very interesting challenge. If you enjoyed the vlog, hit the like button. Smack it like someone tried to bluff you with 7 deuce. Subscribe if you haven't already, because the journey is just getting started, and I promise you there's going to be more wins, more chaos, and more questionable plays, and hopefully some laughs. Next session will drop soon, and hopefully we keep adding to this bankroll instead of crying in the parking lot. So